I'm Chris Lawrence with the top stories in North Texas. According to court documents, a figure skating coach groomed children before sexually assaulting them. And attorneys just told Richard Solomon there could be more victims out there.
From the ice skating rink to now a jail cell. Right now, well-known figure skating coach Benjamin Schroetz is charged with indecency with the child and sexual assault.
Sexual predators will put themselves in a position to take advantage of young people.
Zeke Fortenberry represents the victims, two athletes that came forward.
It's hard for anyone to come forward, but it's particularly hard when it's your coach who's abusing you.
According to these new arrest affidavits, Schroetz maintained a position of authority and trust over the victim throughout her childhood and adolescence. This was for both the victims. One charge stems from alleged conduct between May or June of 2020. The affidavit says the conduct allegedly happened during times when the victims were receiving coaching or training, and says earlier this month during a voluntary interview with the detectives, Schroetz admitted to touching the athlete on multiple occasions accidentally during what he described as horseplay. He denied other allegations and insisted all these acts happened when the victim was an adult. The second charge involves a different alleged victim. Documents say the alleged abuse occurred between December 2024 and September 2025 during training and private workouts. The victim described feeling pressured to meet alone. During questioning, investigators say he admitted he had a sexual relationship with the victim. I've reached out to Schroetz's attorney, but as of now, I've not yet heard back.
It wouldn't surprise me if there was other girls.
Fortenberry says the details laid out in the affidavits only strengthen his client's case.
The most important thing is the affirmation that the girls are telling the truth.
And that's the justice he hopes to get for them. In Dallas, I'm Richard Solomon.
Are on trial right now, accused of attacking an ICE detention center in Colorado in Alvarado. As Scoop Jefferson reports, while jurors heard from ICE officers and an FBI agent, protesters converged on the courthouse in Fort Worth.
A woman who helped plan last year's protest that turned violent outside the Prairie Land Detention Center took the witness stand on behalf of prosecutors. She told the jury that she invited people to the protest using social media. Now 9 people are on trial here at the federal courthouse in downtown Fort Worth, where prosecutors say they ambushed police officers at the detention center. Prosecutors say the protesters used fireworks last July 4th to create a diversion outside the center. During their demonstration, prosecutors accused protester Benjamin Song of shooting Alvarado Police Lieutenant Thomas Gross in the neck. Gross was one of the first people to testify this week. The charges for the 9 defendants range from rioting to attempted murder of officers. Their attorneys argue their clients engaged in protest, not violence. Homeland Security police officers have increased their presence at the courthouse during the trial. The defendants' family, friends, and supporters are also set up outside the courthouse, even raising money for legal fees. Jurors have also heard from one of the FBI agents responsible for investigating the case, and I'm told prosecutors have a long witness list of officers who responded to the scene last July. That's one of the reasons the judge expects the trial to last up to 3 weeks. In downtown Fort Worth, I'm Scoop Jefferson.
Well, for years, we've been promised a unique green space at Fair Park, and now Kevin Reese shows us what the Dallas City Council just approved.
After years of delay and, for that matter, decades of distrust, parking lot 10 here at Fair Park will become a community park, something residents of South Dallas have been fighting for, both with their future and their ancestors in mind. Back in the 1960s and 70s, there were homes here. Dallas used eminent domain to tear down those houses to make way for parking lots. And for the last decade, there's been a push to turn at least one of these parking lots into a community park, something to bring back fresh air, open space, and community pride. Wednesday, the Dallas City Council voted to move forward, striking an agreement with the group Fair Park First. And 90% of the $40 million needed has already been raised through state, federal, and private sources.
I'm grateful to the community leaders and elected officials who stepped up and said, this is our responsibility, who championed this project not because it was politically convenient, but because it was morally necessary.
Now, today, I get to see at least something that could possibly elevate the community that I live in.
There is no definite timetable for construction of the 10-acre park. Organizers, however, say they hope to raise the final 10% of the funding they need in the next 6 months. In Dallas, I'm Kevin Reese.
Well, this video from Paris, Texas has gone viral. A Whataburger manager used a trash can to take down an angry customer. Police say he asked the customer to leave when he started verbally abusing the staff and threatened them. But investigators say the guy left, came back, and punched the manager. Officers eventually arrested that customer, who's charged with assault and public intoxication. Okay, the place we're about to show you doesn't scream, "Great sushi here." But as Sean Giggy discovered, there's a reason you don't judge a book by its cover.
Good morning.
According to regulars, this is where you'll find the best sushi in North Texas.
That's right.
A place so exclusive, most people can't or won't even attempt getting there. But those who do are often faced with a choice. Unleaded or premium?
We're a gas station that serves sushi. Best sushi you can find.
It's not just a gas station. It's a gas station in the middle of nowhere. The Bristol General Store, just outside Ennis, has been serving sushi for 20 years. But why? The answer can be found just above the price of unleaded. Back in 2006, a couple from South Korea wanted to open a sushi restaurant closer to Dallas, but couldn't afford it. But they could get a loan for this place. And for more than 15 years, their gas station sushi got rave reviews. Until a few years ago, when they decided to retire. That's when they reached out to a couple of regulars, realtors Eric and Jennifer Keithley, to help sell the place.
And we were going to list it. Jennifer said, "I think I want to buy that." And I just kept driving and ignored her.
Eric eventually relented.
It was the best, probably one of the best decisions we made, so.
It assured them their favorite sushi spot wouldn't close. They trained under the previous owners and retained the staff. But more importantly, selling sushi in the middle of nowhere dramatically increased their appetite for kindness.
The love that is here, if I ask for anything from the community, they're going to do it.
Which prompted Eric and Jennifer to do the same. They gave away coats when it's cold and nourishment when it's needed. Who knew gas station sushi could be so good?
I would say I'm a lot better person for owning this place than before.
Immediately changed me, and I know I'm a better person because of it.
The Bristol General Store. Whether you're here for food or fuel, come empty and leave full.
That's right, that's right, that's right. It's good seeing you again.
In Bristol, I'm Sean Giggy.
Definitely worth giving it a shot. And those are your headlines from North Texas.